Good morning, students. Welcome back to another class of Communicative English. And in today's class, we are going to discuss about the process of communication. Generally, whenever we communicate, we do talk to the different people based on the information or based on the purpose that we want to share with others. Say, for example, whenever we talk about communication, always remember it is some information that we want to convey. There is a message that we want to convey to the others. It could be in the form of education. It could be for the purpose of sharing the information, that is to create or generate interest or to create awareness related to that particular product. Sometimes in order to order others, sometimes in order to request or plea others, we do communicate. So always remember, whenever we talk about the process of communication, the first thing and the most important thing is message. There has to be a message. The message that we want to deliver, the message that we want to convey to the other should be clearly identified, should be properly known to us so that we can exactly share the right information to the other person. So message is very, very important. And knowing this message, of course, we have studied under the segment called as business letters. Whenever we are writing any letter or whenever we are drafting any email, the purpose behind writing the letter or the purpose behind writing the email should be properly communicated. If this is missing, what is going to happen? You'll not get the appropriate answer. You will not find the suitable response from the other's end. And so therefore, that creates problem. So it is very important, and you can say it is utmost necessary for all of us to identify what is the message that we want to share, what is the message that we want to communicate, what is the information that we want to share with the others. Are we ready with that particular information or not? And that is the reason, if you remember, when we were talking or when we were discussing about tips of writing effective letters, we discussed and we have understood the first important thing is drawing the outline or organizing your thoughts and ideas. Once when you have that organized thought, once when you have that planned idea in your mind, very effectively and very well, you can communicate with the others. And that will always bridge the gap between you and the other person. So the most important thing whenever we talk about communication or when we were talking or when we discuss about the process of communication is the message. The purpose should be clearly identified. Based on the purpose, plan what is it that you want to convey, how do you want to convey, what information you want to put, what are the things that you want to exclude, what are the things that you want to include. Everything, all the details should be very well presented. And once when this is done, once when you are through with all these processes, you can see that the message can be very easily shared. Now, the time when we talk about process, we went on discussing about the importance of message. Now, who is going to share this message and to whom it would be shared? So please remember that there are two parties. One is the sender, and the other one is the receiver. So there is a sender who is sending this information, and there is a recipient, there is a receiver who is going to receive this particular information. So when we talk about the complete process of communication, there are three important things. The first is the sender, the one who is going to communicate or share the information with the other. The second one is the recipient or the receiver, the one who is going to receive the information. And the information that we are talking or discussing is all related to the message that you want to communicate or deliver. Now, if this message that I want to communicate to the other, being a sender, if I cannot think in a proper way, if I cannot communicate in a proper way, if I cannot share, if I cannot draft it in a proper sentence, I will not be able to share or I will not be able to get a proper response from the recipient side. Isn't it? So what is it that I have to do? I have to take care of the information that I'm sharing. Whether the instruction that I'm going to give, is it clearly mentioned or not? Did I detail all the information in a proper way or not? Did I arrange the information in a logical manner or not? So I have to have a proper understanding of all the information that I want to communicate and convey to others. This is called as encoding. Having the clarity of thought, having the clarity in idea, having the clarity in perception, what is to be communicated by the sender to the receiver is to be done by the process of encoding. Once when the information is shared from the sender to the receiver, you will see that the sender, whosoever is going to share the information or is going to communicate the information, that person, that other person will be trying to understand. He or she is going to grasp. He or she is trying to decode. When I say the or use the word decode, please understand, knowing and trying to interpret exactly the same information that is shared by the sender. So this is very, very important, and you have to keep in your mind decoding the information again is very important. So in the complete process of communication, always remember there is a message. This message is to be communicated from the sender to the receiver. The process of understanding what is to be communicated to the receiver is called as encoding. Knowing and understanding the information according to which the recipient or the receiver of the information is going to respond or react is called as decoding. Now, once when the decoding is done, you will see that you're going to give a response to the other person. Now, here the receiver is going to step into the shoe of the sender, and then the sender is going to step into the shoes of the receiver. The process goes on from the sender to the receiver, and again from the receiver to the sender. This complete cycle, when we complete it, then it is called as the complete process of communication. One complete cycle, that is from sender encoding the message that is encoded is properly decoded by the receiver. Receiver could understand, could interpret, and based on the interpretation, now he will draft the message. Once when he is drafting the message, what is going to happen? He will step into the shoes of the sender. He is going to become, or he's going to turn as a sender. He will encode the message. The message that he is going to encode will be received by the earlier, the one whom we considered as a sender. Now he will step into the shoes of a receiver. Now he is going to be the receiver, is going to receive the information, and then accordingly he is going to interpret. So this is the complete process of communication. Now, if you are communicating and if you stop only after encoding the message and decoded by the receiver, and if the cycle is stopped there, what is going to happen? You're not going to get any response. And then the process of communication cannot be considered as communication because it would be only one way. So always remember the process of communication is a two-way process wherein the sender will step into the shoes of receiver and receiver will step into the shoes of the sender, and then accordingly there is a flow of information, there is a flow of response, there is a flow of the knowledge that you want to share with the other. In case if there are any barriers, because of these barriers you cannot communicate, you cannot have the free flow of communication. So we are going to discuss about the barriers of communication in our next class. Do take care of yourself and do understand the process of communication in a better way, because most of the time people stop once when they believe that their work is done, their job is done. They did a wonderful job by sharing the information in a right way. If you do so, you are stopping it only after the single process, that is encoding the message and decoded by the receiver. Now there you cannot call it as a complete communication because the flow of communication did not end it there. You have to complete the cycle. So once when you complete the cycle, once when you get the confirmation, and you can also get the confirmation from the receiver as per his understanding, then you can call it as a complete flow of communication. That's all in today's class. See you all next time with some other topic. Till then, take care of yourself and have a fantastic day ahead. God bless.